Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to be reading on my workbook for letting go, and it's the yellow one that I read. It's a practical invitation to the pathway to surrender. And we're still reading on the key lesson on desire. And we're on part 3, so we're going to be doing 2 different parts for this. So it says, examine the appeal of splendor and its influence on the desire in this article. Recognize that outward looks and cultural norms may lead to erroneous expectations and harmful aspirations. Develop the capacity to distinguish between genuine satisfaction and glitzy aspiration. And now we're going to move on to the other self-reflection question for desire. It's part 3. So it says, investigate the seduction of splendor and its impact on your wants. What role has beauty had in shaping your expectations and your desires? Are there wants that are motivated by surface ideals and may not be in line with your genuine belief and purpose? Well, I believe before you came into this lifetime, I'm going to get right into it. I believe before you came into this lifetime that you chose different things that you were going to have. So different strengths that you were going to have and different weaknesses that you were going to have. Because again, this is a planet of duality and you need the polar opposites. So some people might have, their strength might be that they're amazing with their hands in carpentry. A strength might be that they have a photographic memory. A strength might be, they're highly intelligent. Maybe they're beautiful. But you're not going to have all those strengths because you need polarity on this planet. You need the yin and the yang, the shadow and the light, so that you can learn those to help your soul to grow. So I would say focusing on the things that you have in your life, because we all have special gifts in our life that we are given. Even the people that you don't see that on the outward appearance does not mean that they don't have special gifts. A special gift from mine was stumbling onto Reiki. I didn't stumble onto Reiki till later on in my life. And it was a gift that was given. More than likely I had it in a previous life, and it was just something I knew how to do and give. Many people have this. Some people are extremely good at math. They were just born that way. More than likely they were a mathematician in a previous life or something. This is what I believe, etc. So really kind of focusing on your strengths that you have instead of your weaknesses. And understanding that you chose that weakness so that you could develop, maybe in a previous life you didn't have empathy for people that had that weakness. So you decided to take that weakness on in this lifetime so that you can learn and grow. And I'm going to tell you something. The most beautiful thing about a person is being authentic to who they are and really truly adding to any sort of circumstance with the gifts that they have to offer. Knowing what their gifts are, knowing what they have to offer, and being confident in that. If you start to live your life like that, your life will shift and change. People around you will shift and change. For a long time, especially as somebody who was an empath, I really allowed narcissists to be around me and kind of diminish my light throughout my life. And at one point, I actually started to believe in it. And I had to really dig deep to find that inner strength and overturn all that negativity that had been pushed on me my whole life. I had to start to embrace the gifts that I had, being an empath, being somebody who is highly intuitive. My whole life I've been told being sensitive is a negative thing. Oh, you're too sensitive. I had to learn to start to ignore the noise and start to embrace that was a gift that I had. So really kind of looking at what, even if people have told you throughout your life that something was a negative, really kind of looking at, is it a positive? Is it a positive that I'm highly intelligent, where people have kind of told me that it makes me to where I'm not relatable? And that has been a negative connotation that I had taken on my whole life. Is it a positive? Of course it's a positive to be highly intelligent. That is definitely a gift. To have a photographic memory is definitely a gift. So kind of looking at your gifts and really kind of feeling good about those gifts and who you are, even if you've been told they are negative, will start to help your confidence to build and grow. And then people are naturally going to be drawn to you because you're just going to have that charisma and that spark about you and that confidence that allures people in. So I hope this helps. And I love you all. 555 on the timer as I say that. And I have a blessed day. Namaste.